Turn 7th. Turn 7, December 13th, 41. Let's see how much more damage I can do to Rob. Alright, auto flipped another island. What the hell am I unloading there for? Alright, guys, get them. Come on, kill these sons of bitches. Alright, they're surprised. Get them. Don't waste torpedoes. Why are you wasting torpedoes for on PT boats? I don't think torpedoes can even hit them. How are you missing? They turned on their engines and they're hauling ass away from us. I'm gonna send fighters after them. Yep. And this is what I was afraid of. I was inside and... Oh. 1,000 yards? Come on, all we need is one hit. No, that's the wrong hit. These PT boats not have torpedoes? And another hit. Damn, 50 cows. This is what makes me mad. These guys just can't do anything to these guys. At least they were just machine gun rounds and probably not a whole lot of damage. I'd rather it was no damage, but... Allied ship just sunk. You know it was the enemy ship because it doesn't pop up on your screen. Why are we unloading there? Don't waste the big guns. Don't waste the big guns. I know we're gonna, though. We're gonna open up with the big guns, aren't we? Yep. Kind of waste a bunch of 8-inch shells. Yep, there's a hit right there. Come on, use the secondaries. There we go. Just pull back, let the destroyers go and kill them. Stop wasting the ammo. Yeah, waste torpedoes now too. Jeez. The only consolation is that there's a very low chance I'll run into any actual Allied warships. But still, the Houston and the Boise are still around somewhere. Yeah, keep using the big gun. Yep. Jeez. Finally. Wasted enough ammo on it. Where's my cover force? Oh, that's right. They're off there picking their ass and drinking sake. Oh, well, at least we're running away from each other. Come on. Yes! That's a big one. That's an AO. Those are good. Those are good to kill, especially early. Limits his naval forays into my territory. All right, let's get K-17. We damaged them last turn. Let's get some more on them. There's some damage. There's another damage. We've got a couple of damage on it. We'll take it. Oh, he's strafing. Nah, we're not going to hit these little torpedo boats. Very little damage. Just hope we're causing some disruption. Alright, get him, guys. Walrus is taking a little more damage to kill. As I say that, we kill 3. I'm actually surprised he hasn't flown long-range cap over Lashio to try to intercept my transports. More fuel, huh? This is the only guy here? Come on, we're spending like 30 planes on one ship? Wonder how many bombs this guy can catch. Oh, there's another one. Don Hermanos. Segoland. Alright, good Dos Hermanas. Oh, this... Yeah, this one will sink too because of the fuel. Alright, that should have been the warning. There goes one sinking. Get some more strikes in. We might be done. Yep. Weather's really hampering my carriers, killing these fleeing ships. Oh, I thought I might get lucky there. Come on, get away, get away, get away. Yes. No, no. Ah, here we go. There we go. We got away, wasted some ammo on them. Alright, land attack. At Clulong, let's see what he got here. I'm not sure we'll take it. There's a lot of troops here. Because that 3rd Regiment isn't involved in the fight because he didn't arrive yet. Nope, not to force down to 0 though. Defenders in op mode, okay. We lost 190, he lost 500, alright. Come on, attack on Hong Kong. This will be our first big chunk of heavy industry if we can take it. So all on this Kowloon Brigade. I think they might hold. Nope. Alright, fort's down to 1. Pretty even losses, though. Hey, look at that. We took vegan. Banzai! Alrighty, that's it. We're gonna expand some bases, run through production. When that's done, we'll pause the video, grab some saves, grab some data, come back and discuss the turn. Alrighty, another decent day in the war. Score-wise, we went up 87. The Allies went down 12. In the air, looks like we lost 6. He lost 9. Let's go take a look at those. He lost 3 wildebeest, 3 walrus. I lost 2 lilies, a Topsy, an Ida, a Mavis, a Babs. Okay, he lost some more aircraft. Let's see, most of mine were all ops except for 1 to flak. A bunch of his were air to air. Caught those stupid bombers over Hong Kong. So we lost 6. Let's go take a look at our losses. 4 were killed. Okay. That's not necessarily great. So, alright, let's go right into production. Alright, 27, 34, 36, 38, 39 engines built again. 4 Oscars, 3 zeros, 2 vowels, and 1 of everything else. Slowly, my factories are repairing up to their size. Okay, what devices did we produce? Some AT guns. And that looks to be about it. Yeah, I haven't turned on reinforcements for many units yet. Let's go ahead and pull up Combat Reporter. We'll go through that. Alright, off the coast of Singora. Damn Dutch sub popped up. Luckily, we were waiting for it. Our little PB, who's just escorting ships, got a couple damages on him. Near San Fernando, we ran into some PT boats, which I fully expected. I had a combat task force sitting here waiting for him. We couldn't hit shit though. And then they came back and they engaged my amphibious task force because my combat ships are off drinking sake or something. They got some machine gun 50 cal hits on a bunch of transports, but nothing real, nothing big. And once again, we did not damage any of them. And then they came back for a third time and got engaged the transports again. And luckily, they missed everything there. Southeast of Hawaii, we subbed there, ran into a couple oilers, and we put 2 torpedoes into the Neosho. She was carrying fuel, burning heavily. She will probably sink. And then near there again, same sub tried to fire up on the one of the destroyers there. We missed, and they came back and dropped some depth charges, but we avoided them. Off the east of the Philippine Islands, we ran into the mine layer Penguin and pretty much destroyed it. Unfortunately, our heavy cruisers used up some of their valuable heavy gun ammo, so I was hoping just let the destroyers take them, but they did not. We also fired some torpedoes that missed, so that was always fun. On the ground, we took Vegan, no opposition. We took Tugu Agero, no opposition. We bombarded at Peotao to see what was there. Bombarded here at Kuisu, same thing to see what he put there. Kalong, we attacked, did not take the base, but we knocked the force down to 0. Inflicted over twice as many casualties on him that we took, so hopefully next turn we will take the base. And we attacked again in Hong Kong, knocking the fort down to 1 with fairly even casualties. Amphibious-wise, that Kudat and Legazpi. In the air, we bombed a bunch of ground units. We got some task forces here as well. He bombed some of my units. He up at Lazio. He bombed at Hong Kong, which is where he ran into my fighters and lost a bunch of those walrus and wildebeest. He also bombed some of my troops here in various places. And actually, that's me bombing him throughout Malaya, wherever I could really reach. Signal reports, not going to be anything worthwhile. Wow, where the heck down here? Oh, okay, it's South Hawaii. All right. Ops reports. Waiting to unload. Detected. Hauling troops up to Lazio. Troops lost during unloading or loading. Reassignments. Pilots. Another guy got a kill. One died. Another one died. At least they weren't fighter pilots. We captured 3 bases. None of them were against opposition. Chichijima expanded its forts. Let's see. Several ships were admitted to be sunk. And that's about it for Combat Reporter. Alright, let's hop up here. Burma, nothing going on. Troops are still marching. We're still weeks away from any activity there. Malaya is a hot spot now at the moment. There were units fighting everywhere. We finally got some tanks here. I'm going to try to push through this unit here this turn. We got more men on the way, chasing down here. We got men chasing here. I'm hoping to take Kluang this turn. Now that everyone's here, including another full regiment, as well as another base force. So we'll include those in our next attack. You see, we're getting a little tired, but hopefully we'll push here and take this base, and then we can rest some. My carrier group 1 is kind of exiting the area. Just low on planes. We got some more empty task forces heading back for more troops. You see a bunch, they're all over the place here. Over here in Luzon, we're slowly marching. We got a unit into Clark now. A tank unit. He might be able to attack and push me out, but I'd be kind of surprised. But I got more men coming in. We got that division marching down here. We're at Legazpi. So we'll take that base. Then we'll go right up trail here, grabbing everything as we go. We'll march right into Manila. Looks like he got about 200 to 300 assault value there. Not going to be enough to hold it. Let's see, I come in from the northwest. All right, we got men moving down this side. We'll take the dot base, and then here, then we'll go either in Manila or into Clark. Haven't done anything here in Mindanao. We got Sarong and a couple other bases we've just been picking off. We're getting ready for a large assault out of Babel. Just waiting to get all my escorts and that together. Got ships moving down the truck, moving over from the Marshalls to truck. A bunch of subs heading over there from the Hawaii area. Captured a few bases here. Moving more men south. And then up in Japan, we're just moving stuff around, grabbing, trying to bring resources in as fast as we can. Resource-wise, we're down to 46 days of resources in Japan. So we need to bring as much in as we can. I'm not sure we don't have enough to cover our consumption yet, so I'm a little worried about that. But we have a solid month to capture more Malaya and China to get those resources flowing. China, we're moving some up here, trying to get some consolidate our forces so we can get in there and beat up the Chinese some more. Up here at Lazio, looks like he's coming back with a unit. I'm trying to get as much assault value in here as I can. We got 50 some on the brigade here. We'll have to start flipping transports over to supplies as well, unfortunately. But we got some more aviation support here, so we don't have quite enough, but we're much closer than we were before. So we're going to be able to take care of these transports a little better. I'll probably flip one or two of these over to just supplies while still hauling in more troops. I sure wish we could do haul stuff both ways, because there's really no reason why you can't. Just was never coded. I would love to take like men in, like supplies in and some certain men out, or down the road in the war, I'd like to, haul in fresh troops or supplies and haul out all the wounded so you can sit at a bigger base, and get better, then they can fly them in and so forth. But there's no way to do that. Convoys for ships, you can do hauling both ways. It's a little tricky to set up though. But I just wish the air transports were the same, because that would just add so much more versatility. That, and I'd love to be able to drop paratroopers anywhere on the map, and not just in bases, because, drop some paratroopers along like a rail line here, cut supply lines. Doesn't come up real big because the supply will go around, but it really lowers the amount of supply that can move through an area. You can cut off retreat and so forth. The big thing that the paratroopers really used for grabbing parts of, areas of land, like, bridges and stuff, so the enemy could not use them. Just, maybe if they ever make a War in the Pacific 3, maybe they would add something like that into the game. It'd be nice. But that's about all that's going on. Oh, I did spend some time going through ships. 79 days to the Junio. So I spent, maybe 2 hours with this, turning ships off and so forth. I had a lot of this work done beforehand. That's why it took so long for the game to start. I like to go through all the ship classes, write down how many you get and so forth, and then decide whether I want to build them. I'll bring over my notes. Let me find, here it is. Turn it on. Come up here. You can see I have ship information. Just some notes to remind me what the different types of tenders can do. And then I went through each type of I shouldn't say every type of ship. I went through a bunch of them to see what they can convert to, whether they're useful or not. I got my notes here, like the Coude class. You start with 31, you build 69. I'm not building those. They are worthless. The Hachi class is just about the same thing. You start with 8, you build 18. They're nearly worthless. As you can see, build only if desperate. The Dagon class are nice, build those. The Kisos, I convert all to patrol boats. The standard E's and standard F's are pretty worthless. Those are things you build down the road towards, like end of 43, 44, if your merchant marine has taken a horrendous beating. Because you need to move stuff, so you need to be able to, whether it's a crap ship or not. If you need more ships, you need more ships. Then I have the AKs and how many you start with, how many you build. Basically, how many you start with on the left, and then number in parentheses is how many you have scheduled to build through the war. I look at their carrying capacity, their speed, and how much they cost to build. Now, of course, this is the same as their durability, and this is cost per turn. So basically, if I remember correctly, a Kyoshu, which actually let's pick one that we actually build. This guy here, this Husimi, you build one. 14 merchant points a day for 140 days. So I'm pretty sure it's 10 times the durability is how long it takes to build it. As you can see, I have a lot of these where, only a couple. I'm building almost all of them. I have notes down here for the standard A, B, C, and D. They're not that useful, but I still have those if I need them to build them. The A's are not bad. They carry a nice amount. And you can convert them into the second best the AKE that the Japanese Navy has. The Limas are the best. See, that's the information you kind of want to have, because come down here, I went through all the AKE classes. Once again, the class, how many you have, how many you build, their capacity, their speed, and the notes when you can get them. Basically, what you look for, as I put right down here, your rearming factor. Actually, I want to highlight that. This is the only reason that an AK exists. You sit in a smaller port and increase the amount you can rearm. Like the Yamato gun here, you need a port 9 or a port 8 with 88 naval support. 60. That's what the rearm cost. You have no AKEs as Japan that'll rearm the Yamato. So you need a big ass port or a lot of naval support. Then you come down to the 40 centimeter, which is a port 7 or higher, which there's a lot of size 7 ports, or a 4500. So you see the Lima is a 4501, which means if you have a Lima there at any port, you can rearm the 14-inch, 16-inch guns of the battleships, which is why he's the best. The AKEs are rated basically by how much their capacity is, because that tells you how much they can rearm. This guy can rearm any weapon up to a load value of 4501, which is almost everything. So it'll do the big battleship guns, but it won't do the 18-inch Yamato guns. Then you got this guy, the standard A, which is 4161. That's a nice chunk too. It won't rearm the biggest battleship guns, but it'll rearm the 36 centimeters and down. You see, torpedoes, you need a size 7 or roughly 2160 to rearm them. CV sorties, you need a port 6 and 500 or 500 rearm value. Torpedoes is 1500 and port 7. Depth charges and so forth. These are the bulk of the weapons. Pretty much, if you have a port size 7, you can rearm everything but a Yamato. But if you put enough naval support in, you can even do that. There's a chart in the manual. So this is a port 8 with 88 naval support. If you drop down to port 7, it's probably 180, 200 naval support. It really gets high real fast. So you only want to raise this value with naval support 1 or 2. If you're at a port 7, a size 7, you don't really need naval support to help rearm. You might want it to help load and unload ships, but for rearming, you don't need them, unless you got one in the area that you're looking for just to rearm the Yamatos, and that's if you build them. So that's always nice and handy to know. So I go through. So you see, I went through the AKs. APs, pretty much APs. I build all of them. You need as many of those. You don't get a whole lot. Oilers, tankers. You get a ton of tankers as Japan. Subs is a real pain of a category. For some reason, Japan has, I don't know, 30 different classes of subs. I don't know why, but that's what they do. Some are worth building, some are worthless. As you see, I marked upgrades if they're just an upgrade path for the lower level ones. Some of these, whether I want to build them or not. Some of these ones I have crossed out because you don't get any, and I don't plan on. There's no conversions to them. Some of these I plan on building, some I don't. Some I plan on building some. And then into the sub transports, Japan has a bunch of those. They're basically rated. There's the range. There's how much the torpedoes and so forth. This is their carrying capacity. See, I'm gonna build, I don't know 13 of them or something, and that's my plans. Then the midget subs, build them all. You don't get a whole lot of them, but might as well build them. This is old notes here. APDs. This mod you have a little more variety. So I took notes down on what they convert to. The E class is almost always better. Speaking of that, there's the E class. We have a bunch of E's. You can see some of these get some pretty good submarines. 6 Type 2s plus a mortar plus radar. That's a nice escort ship. And a lot of them get up to 6 or 7 or 8, even a 9 Type 2 depth charges. So that's nice. And of course, seaplane carriers, light cruisers. There's more selections here and heavy cruisers in the normal game. Wrote them all down, whether they upgrade or convert. 3 of them convert to anti-air light cruisers. So you want to keep an eye on that. Most of those all convert in 42. You got 242 and 842, then 1242 for these guys converting over. And then I have a little bit of what they give you to convert them. Because most of these, I'll probably convert all of these. Because as the game goes on, light cruisers are just not that useful. The guns aren't that big. The armor is worthless, and they don't carry a lot of anti-air. So you might as well convert them to anti-air. Stick them in with your carriers, because they all move 30 knots plus. So they all move good, and you'll get a lot more bang for your buck. Then of course the heavy cruisers. And of course, patrol boats, which those of you who have followed my other campaigns, I love these guys, especially this guy right here. The Insu, it carries 1,000 tons of cargo, 14 knots, and decent endurance, a little bit of ASW. I love these guys for fast transport task forces. I just, they're in small task forces of 1 or 2. They avoid most bombers. Only occasionally will they be targeted. Now, fighters on naval sweeps, like PT boats, they will rip these guys apart, but they have to know what's going on to get them. You can move troops in and out as well as supplies to forward bases, even bases that are under attack. You can move supplies in or move men out or in. Then of course AKEs, coastal. The reason I went through all these all these different tenders, like the AMCs and the CMCs, they can convert to a bunch of different classes, and some of them convert to a decent type. So I went through, looked at them all, made my notes. If you go to my ship conversions, this is kind of my plan for all the conversions and when. So you can see I've already converted all the AGs over to patrol boats. I have there's 38 Tosus to convert to ACMs. I've done 30 of them. They're not done, but they're being converted now. This guy I haven't converted any of them yet. The Kisos I've converted 58 out of the 77. And the NCC, there's 37. I've converted 22 of them are ready. The rest of these guys I haven't converted at all yet. I'm just having there's a huge mass of ships going around. I need to haul troops and supplies, so I don't want to take that nice ones off the line. This guy is unavailable at 642. The tankers I haven't touched yet. I just want more AOs to refuel my ships at sea. These YOs will convert to AGs. These little YOs are worthless. Just one other ones that these guys are all going to convert to E-class. There's my light cruiser, my anti-air light cruisers. Just things you need to keep an eye out for when you play Japan to get. I won't say to let it help you win, because you won't ever win unless you play for victory points and you're super aggressive at the beginning. Which the main reason I don't like that strategy. Because basically you're telling me if Japan took New Zealand, all of Australia, and half of India, the United States would have surrendered. Or England. Would have never happened. The Germans bombed England for weeks, and they didn't surrender. I mean, unless they invaded the West Coast and took the entire West Coast, there's no way America would have surrendered to Japan. You could have 100,000 points as Japan, and there's no way America would have surrendered. I just don't think they ever would, and I doubt very much that the British would have either. So the whole victory thing, I understand the point of it, but I just don't like it. Some people love it and they play for it, but as Japan, you have all the advantages to hit that easy. You have a year to beat on the Allies. And if you do it right and do it fast, you will get auto victory almost every time in January 1st, 43. It's hard to stop it as the Allies. But that's just I don't ever play for I mean, you play for points, of course, because that's how the game is scored. But I don't play for the auto victory. And that's pretty much the turn. If you guys enjoyed watching it with me, I watched it unfold, I'd appreciate if you clicked on the like button. If you're following this campaign along and you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate you subscribing as well. And until the next video, you guys all have yourself a great day, and I'll see you later.